Happy Tuesday, everybody. I am Tyler Jones, your fearless leader, here with you. Appreciate you joining us on this edition of the Kansas City Chiefs Report. And I have a triple, I did not stutter there, a triple dose of good news for Kansas City Chiefs fans that we will be discussing here on today's show. We'll tell you everything you need to know coming up in just a matter of moments. Before we do, my friends, we are closing in on 71,500 subscribers here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. We're just over 80 away from reaching that next milestone. If you are a diehard Chiefs fan, you got to be subscribed to the channel. We're bringing you multiple videos a day, live shows each and every Tuesday, breaking news, Q&A mailbags, and there's no offseason here on the channel. The draft may be over, but we're going to continue to talk trades, free agency, and count you down to training camp. Lock us in. Subscribe now for free, youtube.com/ChiefsTV, and we'll get started with today's show. Let's begin with our first bit of good news for the Kansas City Chiefs. We start with corner Trent McDuffie. As according to a new report from ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, the Chiefs have picked up the fifth-year option on Trent McDuffie for the 2026 season. And for me, this is an easy decision for the Kansas City Chiefs to bring back Trent McDuffie and to exercise that fifth-year option. He is a fantastic football player. He is somebody that is well worth every penny. He is one of the very best at his position, and he's just now getting started. I think it's the right call for the Kansas City Chiefs. And you look at the financial terms of it, you're going to pay him about $13.6 million for that fifth-year option. And then you'll likely get an extension done after that. To me, it makes all the sense in the world to have Trent McDuffie on this team for a very long time. And it's interesting when you think about it. Trent McDuffie has such an incredible resume, right? But he is unlike anything we have seen in recent memory in Kansas City. Keep in mind, Brett Veach has never extended a homegrown defensive back since he has been the general manager of the Kansas City Chiefs. And based on every indication, when you look at the accolades and then the results itself statistically, you can see why Trent McDuffie is not going anywhere. Last year, they shifted him from the nickel spot to the outside corner position, and he still was really good at outside corner as well, as he had his first career interception, 2 total, along with 1 forced fumble, 4 QB hits, 13 pass breakups, 59 tackles, and 6 TFLs. His coverage stats on the outside, he held his own, just allowed a completion percentage a hair below 58%, along with a QB rating of 81.3. But here is where he is going to make his money, folks. The nerds at Pro Football Focus, they love themselves some Trent McDuffie. His overall grade this past season was an 83.1. His pass rush grade was a 90.5. His run defense grade was a 79.5. And his coverage grade was an 80.6. So this is big that Trent McDuffie is not going anywhere. Now I think the next objective after picking up McDuffie's fifth-year option is going to be for Brett Veach and company to get him extended. And the longer this takes, the more money it's going to cost you. So I hope that they have something done sooner rather than later on Trent McDuffie. He's too good to let go to the open market and see if other teams have interest and potentially drive that price up. I hope Trent McDuffie plays in Kansas City for a very long time. So let's ask you on our pinned comment today, your chance to be the GM. Should the Chiefs extend Trent McDuffie? You got 2 options here. You can either type E for extend, D for don't. You might get an ad break while the ad's playing. Get your votes in. Let us know what you think. E for extend, D for don't. The good news keeps rolling in. Another fifth-year option picked up. Our number 2 item of good news today involves defensive end George Karlaftis, as he had his fifth-year option picked up as well, according to Jeremy Fowler, on top of Trent McDuffie. And just like what we talked about with McDuffie, this is the right call for the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, his fifth-year option is a little bit more than Trent McDuffie's, as he is going to be paid in 2026 about $15.2 million that he will make. And even though he doesn't have the accolades that Trent McDuffie does of the All-Pros and all that, the production has been there for the former first-round pick out of Purdue, a two-time Super Bowl champion, and the Pro Football Writers Association All-Rookie Team selection in 2022. Here's what we're talking about, folks. You guys know when I start these live shows, I say out of the gates and ready to go. George Karlaftis, when he joined the Kansas City Chiefs, entered the National Football League, he was out of the gates and ready to go. That first season with 6 sacks, 11 QB hits, then took a step up in 2023 with 10.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and 17 QB hits. His numbers were down slightly this past season from 10.5 sacks to 8 sacks, but he came up big in the postseason each of the last 2 seasons. His Pro Football Focus grades, not great like McDuffie's, but not bad either. An overall grade near 70, a pass rush grade pretty solid of 70.3, coverage grade of 59.0. I would like to see Karlaftis be more consistent, but I have every reason to think that his best football is still yet to come at this point, that we haven't seen the completed version of George Karlaftis yet. I think that he is far from a finished product at this point, that he is still developing, still emerging. I believe in George Karlaftis, and hopefully he's here for a long time. They get him extended as well. Do you believe in George Karlaftis? Is he going to be a star in this league for many years to come? If you do, type B for believe. If not, type DB for don't believe. Chime in the comment section. Let us know if you're all in on Karlaftis or not. We got more good news to get to in a moment, but first, got a great deal that we're offering Chiefs fans right now. Rookie jerseys, Josh Simmons and company. They are available right now at chatsports.com/Chiefs jerseys is where you can get these today. And I got to tell you, I'm so excited about Josh Simmons being here along with some of these other rookies. And if you go to this link, chatsports.com/Chiefs jerseys, you can get his jersey. And when you order the jersey, it will be the number he wears. We obviously don't know what number that will be just yet. But once he gets that number, then you will get the jersey, and it will be delivered to you with the number that he'll wear in 2025. And maybe you don't want a Josh Simmons jersey. Maybe you want another Chiefs player. Well, we got those available at that same link, chatsports.com/Chiefs jerseys. Get yours now. The link is in the comments and description of today's video. Our last item of good news for the Kansas City Chiefs is a look ahead to the 2026 NFL Draft. According to reports, the Chiefs are expected to be awarded a 7th-round comp pick for 2026. And I'll be honest, they are going to need that comp pick. And I know what some of you may be saying right away, what good does a 7th-round pick do you? Well, I'll take every pick I can get at this point in time. That has been the bread and butter of this Chiefs organization. And we've seen Brett Veach do a really good job with these late-round draft picks, including those in the 7th round. Remember a guy by the name of Isaiah Pacheco? Yeah, maybe you're going to find your next Pacheco potentially there in the 7th round. So you look ahead to next year. Here are the picks that the Kansas City Chiefs currently have right now. We obviously don't know the numbers just yet because we got a whole season to play out. But they do have a 1st-round pick, a 2nd-round pick, a 3rd-round pick, along with a 4th-round pick. And then they have 3 more selections, which include not one, actually just one, 5th-round pick. Got ahead of myself there. They now have 2 7th-round picks in that total. So that brings them up to 7 total draft picks. Obviously, when you begin the draft process, you have 7, 1 for each round. You don't have the 6th-round picks. So now you're back to 7 with the additional 7th-round pick. And for the Kansas City Chiefs, it's about staying the course at this point, right? They don't spend a whole lot in free agency. They don't make a ton of trades. This team that Brett Veach has put together, that he's assembled, they have done it the right way. They have built this thing through the draft. They have found their core players, everyone from Patrick Mahomes to Travis Kelce to Chris Jones to George Karlaftis to Trent McDuffie. The list goes on and on through the draft. And that is going to continue to be their best path forward to keep this thing going, is building through the draft. And they just had another great draft, and I think that as long as Brett Veach is in charge, the future is bright for this Kansas City Chiefs team going this direction they're on right now. Speaking of the draft, who was your favorite Chiefs draft pick this year? If you had to give me one player, who comes to mind that was your favorite in 2025? Way in the comment section to let us know. For continuing Chiefs coverage, subscribe now to the Kansas City Chiefs Report for the latest happenings on your favorite team all offseason long. I am Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.